Hello my friends. Yeah, another long video will follow now because I want to speak for tolerance. I want to explain why I like crazy characters. What people call crazy. You only call crazy when you're poor. When you're rich, you're eccentric. And why I use them in my novels. Well, to be completely honest with you, I think life would be really boring if we all would be conservative and live the life that you're supposed to live, you know, and if you weren't human, if you could choose who we love, and if we would not be different than the other person, I wouldn't want to live a life like that. I'm glad if people think I'm crazy. I'm rather crazy than normal. I mean, to be honest, in novels, in my novels, I use those kind of characters because I want to create tolerance, you know. Because, see, if you write a love novel and you just say, boy meets girl, they fall in love, and then they're happy, they live happily ever after. We all know that's not going to happen. Sometimes you can't choose who you fall in love with, to be honest. I mean, you know, you can fall in love with a relative. You can. I haven't, thank God, because I think it creates a lot of problems, but it happens. And more often than you think. Especially when somebody is adopted and they try to find the real family, their biological family. And many times, I mean, there have been studies about this, that that people fall in love with their parents or their brother or sister or cousin, I don't know, because maybe the chemistry does something to that. They don't know why that happens, but it happens. And like I said, I think more often than you think. And I think you should always be yourself. I remember when I was living in Hollywood, there was this can man. We called him the can man. He was completely crazy because he was poor, you know, and he was screaming around and drove through Hollywood with a shopping cart and had tons of cans in there, empty cans. I mean, I'm sure he was collecting them to make money. And everybody kind of like was embarrassed when they saw him. Besides me, you know. When he saw me, he yelled, Trisha, you know. And I went to him and I asked how he was and if I could help or something. And he always gave me like a little flower he made out of a can, you know. So creative. And I really liked him. And maybe everybody thought he was crazy, but I thought he was just nice. And everybody can end up like that, to be honest. Everybody. It happens faster than you think. And just because he's different doesn't mean you have to be embarrassed to be around him. You know, I'm glad that we have characters that are very different, that are themselves, that are gothic. I was gothic. That are punk. That are, I don't know what, you know, that are just different because they like to be who they are. You know, they like to say what they think. They like to express themselves. They don't give a shit about, you know, if you wear Gucci or some other brand that everybody thinks you have to wear, or a certain hairstyle. You know, I remember when I was in school, I have a very young mom. She was 16 when she got me. And but she was a white girl, you know. Yeah, so I wanted to have blue hair, blue streaks in my hair. And she did that. She bleached them and she put blue color on them. And I remember a neighbor saying, how can you do this to your child? And my mom said, well, that's my child. I do what I like and you do with your child what you like, you know. And I'm glad she did, because I was allowed to be myself. And even from my grandma, and my grandma was really conservative, to be honest, but she was not saying you can't be who you want to be. You can do what you like to do. You can, you know, as long as you don't hurt somebody. We're not talking here about, you know, crazy characters that are crazy in a way that they hurt other people. We're not. We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about a serial killer or somebody who molests children or whatever. Those kind of things, that's different. If you live a lifestyle that is hurting somebody emotionally or physically, that is wrong. That's wrong. But if you're yourself, if you want a tattoo up here, you know, if you want a piercing, I don't know where, you know, that's your business. It doesn't hurt anybody if you're yourself. And I can only advise you to be yourself. Say what you think. Don't care what other people think about you. Because many people don't tell experiences like, I've seen a shadow figure. I've seen, I don't know, things, a UFO. Because they are scared that people will laugh at them. And I think, or think they're crazy. I don't give a damn about that. I tell what I think, what I feel, what I saw, what I believe. Even if, you know, I know it's going to... There will be people that will be very happy with me because I'm saying what I'm thinking. Because you can't please everybody. You can only please yourself. And make sure you're not hurting anybody. So I use characters like that. Those kind of special characters that just lift out of the mass. You know, that don't live a life like they say you should. Whatever that means. You know, conservative life. You know, if somebody wants to do that, that's fine. I can accept, you know, those kind of lifestyles. I can accept people with every, you know, I don't know, with their opinion, every opinion, as long as they don't hurt other people. I can be friends with them. They don't have to share my opinion. I don't have to share their opinion. And I think that makes a love story... I mean, I've written about a love story between a brother and a sister. Because, like I said, I know it happens. And it was a challenge for me as an author. But it also was a bit of creating a bit of tolerance. You know, if you read that, you see how much those people maybe suffer. Because they have those feelings that they maybe don't want to have. But they have them. And they know it's not good for them. And they try to fight them. And maybe they lose and maybe they win. But, you know, it's important to be tolerant, I think. And to let everybody be themselves. Because if somebody likes you, they will like you for yourself. The way you are, the way you feel, whatever you say, they will like you. No matter how you look like, you know, they will like you. No matter how old you are, they will like you. Don't try just to please everybody because you can't. Please yourself. Be yourself, be happy with your life, with your choices, and don't live your life under the rules of other people. That's my advice, and that's what I'm trying to tell with my stories, and that's why I choose those kind of characters. And I'm going to continue to do that. I tell you this, I'm not going to write a love story that is boring as hell. I want really interesting stories. So, yeah, so I explained a little bit about, you know, about my stories, why I choose those kind of characters, why I like them in real life, why I think crazy people are alright, better than alright, they make life interesting, and yeah, subscribe to my channel, find me on the internet everywhere. Find me on Twitter, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. I'm everywhere to find. Write me, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell. Oh my God, it's so much. Yes, I love you. I'm glad you're part of my life. And continue to write me and come back. I love you. And I'm hungry now, you heard that.